Hello, welcome to episode 19. Sometimes when I get stuck and I get frustrated and I get stuck in my head I don't know what I'm doing, I can't figure it out, and I self-sabotage and go round and round in circles, I go back to my own childhood. And I was born in 1981. And I go back to what we had available then and what we have available now. And I know there is a lot of bad stuff about the internet and social media and being online all the time and the algorithm and being addicted to our phones and technology. And it's so amazing and expansive and limitless, and it's pretty incredible what is possible. And when I get blocked and stopped in my process, I go back to that little version of me. And I think about that maybe 6 or 7 year old, when I was in absolute prime of, oh my goodness, I'm going to create this and I'm going to do this and all of these things. I really go, guess what? We've got the internet and you'll be able to have a phone in your hand. Like, I do remember when, before like downloading came on things like iPlayer, I remember saying to my friend, like, can you imagine if you could save a video and you could then watch it whenever you want? And that felt so far away from my obsession with my VHS recording system when I went on holiday. Me and my mum used to batch the omnibus. I don't know how she did it. I mean, there was a lot of like pressing the numbers, but she sat with that manual and she figured it out. Go on, Mum. But now it's just so easy. And I think we can easily forget that we have these tools available to us. And so sometimes we have to break through that chatter and go, hang on a minute. Hang on. Is this a true story? Is this helpful in the process? Am I seeing everything that I need to be seeing? Or am I getting lost in a story? Am I getting lost in my own stuckness? Am I allowing that stuckness to become the main character energy? And it's actually just not that helpful. And so when I think in a business sense of how things change, I often come back to this analogy. Back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, step aerobics was big, and aerobics. It'd be like Monday night, 7 till 8. Some people had their own step. I know, some people had their own step from Argos, but you wouldn't bring your own step. I mean, that would just be, I don't even know how all these steps appeared. Anyway, so there would be this step aerobics. And it would be kind of like this secret club almost, or they just like put a little piece of paper up on the notice board, like step aerobics, bums and tums, or whatever slightly like dubious bodily descriptions they would describe up there. And they would say, come Monday night, all welcome, £5, £2, whatever it was. And you'd go. And there would be no kind of... I'm sure, like, if you were the aerobics instructor and you'd logged all those steps from somewhere, you'd be hoping that people would turn up, but there'd be no guarantee. I mean, last night, for example, England were playing on the TV. So if you had a World Cup match on that Monday night, probably you wouldn't get many, or it would be just an awkward situation, you and one other person, like, okay, should we do the class anyway then? All right, here we go. So what I want to say is that was limited in terms of visibility. People had to see that notice, and you would always like be bargaining with somebody in the library, like, can you put my notice up on the notice board? And she's like, okay, I'm going to charge you for 2 weeks. It's 30p a week, but I'm not going to put it up till tomorrow. Like, they'd have all these psychological games with you, and you're like, okay, fine. But you'd never know if they did it or not unless you went back in disguise to check it. Also, you had no sense of how many people would come. You know, you wouldn't have a booking system, you wouldn't be charging for a group. So sometimes you might make 50 quid and sell 10 spots. Sometimes you might make a tenner and you're still paying for the hall and you're still doing these things. And now, fast forward to this time, you don't have to just be a step aerobics teacher or a yoga teacher. You can have a membership. You can be a brand collaborator. You can work with brands. You can have workshops. You can have passive income. You can create a YouTube channel. There are so many different ways to do this. So this is your reminder today to get out your own way. Stop overthinking it, getting overwhelmed by it, going round and round in circles, churning over the same stuff, and look at what is in front of you. Look at that opportunity. Imagine the version of you back in, say, 1988, where like even having the confidence to go and book the village hall or the school hall and go, right, I'm going to do this, even though, oh my goodness, I'm going to do this in front of like the other mums and they'll know if nobody shows up and people will talk about it. Like there was, the cost of entry right now is so low and nobody is watching, really. They're not. So crack on and figure out what is blocking and stopping you. This whole series, this secret series, is all about just that. So if you haven't subscribed, I will leave the link below. There's a full workshop on this also. And if you are ready to make some mega moves, get in touch, book a call with me, and let's get going. Lots of love. Bye.